YB stays on your neck.
It's on my neck.
So, heading the newspapers today, Anthony, lean, Anthony in shape, Anthony ripped up Joshua, has allegedly lost a lot of weight. And they've posted, you can see the titles on your screen now. The Sun run with it, fans stunned by AJ's new lean look. Talksport ran with it as well, showing off his body on IG, lean body. Now, first things first, I've got to personally say, given that, yes, these pictures can look somewhat misleading, but we've heard from several people, i.e. Andy Ruiz came out recently and said,
the YB, he was right. I'm struggling with my weight. I'll be coming in the ring the same.
as the YB told you, man, I'm going to do a video on this in its own right, but I did tell you, man, Andy Ruiz, he's one of them bubbly big chicks. Can't lose no weight for love no money. Got his hand too much in the cookie jar. Told you. Don't. I tried to tell you, man. Andy Ruiz ain't losing no weight. He struggles with his weight like a big bubbly chick. Anyway, so with that in mind, AJ's also come out and said, I've not really been targeting weight, even though I've got $1 million nutrition team and dietitian team. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm just gonna rock in the ring, whatever it is. So we've heard him say that. So bearing that in mind, I have to take these newspaper headlines with a big pinch of salt. However, the other reason I want to do this video is to say this. Listen, when this June 1st fight happened, it wasn't just me. A lot of people came out and said, we want to see AJ come in below 240. Now, do I think that's vital? Absolutely. Or no, maybe not vital. I'd like to see it. However, we've seen, remember the Klitschko fight versus AJ? That took place at, I think AJ was like 250 or 248 or whatever it was. Whatever it was, it weren't nowhere near 240. The only time AJ's been 240 or recently is versus Joseph Parker. And actually, that Joseph Parker fight, yeah, some people liked it. I didn't. But then again, the referee saved Joseph Parker on the inside. It wasn't AJ's fault. AJ would have, for all we know, if the referee wasn't there, AJ might have looked even more devastating because he was leaner, i.e. faster hands, etc, etc. However, as I was about to say, look at the Klitschko performance. But then again, he did gas out after 4 rounds. So maybe the heavier weights, listen, scientifically speaking, heavier weight, he doesn't need to be that bulbous, that big, that just doesn't need it, I don't think. 240 for me is perfect. However, like I've been saying more recently, I'm going to trust their team. This one, or the last week now, there's no point me saying, oh, this, that, the other. Number one, let's see what the scales say, because we can all say, oh, he's lost weight, oh, he hasn't lost weight. Let's see what the scales say. That's the first thing. Second thing is, we're a few days out now, sitting here and complaining about, oh, he should be this weight, he should be that weight. For all we know, he's going to go in there, whatever weight he is, and spark Ruiz out, and it'll all be whatever it was. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. However, what I will say is that what we do know is Ruiz ain't lost no weight anyway. So it's not as if before I was sitting there speculating that, well, if Ruiz lost weight, because I think Ruiz's best form would be much lighter. I don't care. There's all these goofy people talking about, oh no, Ruiz. Like even Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson, but people are saying, I don't understand it. Joe Rogan, people are saying, oh well, no, Ruiz needs to stay big, and that's what makes him good. What planet are you on? There is no scientific or otherwise explanation for someone being morbidly obese and it helping them in sport. People talk about Ruiz's fast hands. He might have equally as fast feet if they weren't carrying that big bulbous belly. I think the reason his hands are fast is because, put it this way, listen, when you move your feet, you have to take into account your full body size, whereas when you move your arms, as an example, meaning that your arms don't carry your body weight, do they? Your arms are free flowing in that sense, so you can throw your arms without the movement of your arms does not take into account your full body, whereas moving your legs, because your body's above your legs, that takes into account your full body. Hence why Ruiz's feet are so slow, whereas his arms, which don't have to bear the weight of his big belly, they're a lot quicker because they're just free floating kind of things. And that's what it comes down to. And even then, he's got big bingo wings. Bingo wings and fat is non-propulsive. Fat does not generate any force, meaning that, it can't generate any force. It's dead weight, meaning that he's carrying a low dead weight and taxing his cardio. Even though He's got alright cardio anyway. He could have better cardio. He could have better speed. However, as an AJ fan, I've told you before, listen, the best thing for AJ's point of view is Ruiz not being disciplined and coming in and being overweight, especially when it's not even as much about the actual absolute losing weight. You got to remember, Ruiz set a target. 6 months ago, Ruiz said, I'm going to be in the best shape of my career. 2-2s now, he's backtracking saying, oh, I'm going to come in the same as I did for the first fight. Which tells me, right there, if you set yourself a target, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, and you miss the target, I'm questioning, what have you been doing in training? Because one thing we know for sure, Ruiz ain't had no problem showing us his Rolls Royce and showing us his daughter's iced out chain. You didn't have a problem staying in the jewellery store where you should have been on the cardio machine. You ain't had no problem putting your hand in the Twinkie box. Too much Twinkies, man. Too many Twinkies for Ruiz. Less Twinkies, less Rolls Royce, and more gym. That tells me to an extent Ruiz has not been as disciplined as he had expected to be. And I think what happened was, after the first fight, and as a former sports person myself, I can kind of empathise with this. When you're on a high, when you've just won, you start thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then after the high kind of failed, and you get back, when the high kind of fades, and you get back to day-to-day reality of training, all them things you thought you was going to do when you was buzzing off of the win, they start fading, yeah? When you're looking at your big belly, and you're thinking, and you're looking at a Twinkie box, you're thinking, oh, a Twinkie, or, you know what I mean? Twinkie or Jimmy? He's thinking Twinkie, hand straight in the jar, yeah? No more Jimmy. Pure Twinkie for him. He don't want to go gym, yeah? When you're sitting there and you've got Twinkie or treadmilly, he wants a Twinkie, he don't want no treadmilly, does he? Simple as that. That's what he told us. He struggles with the weight. So, as an AJ fan, that's positive for us because Ruiz he's showed less discipline than he planned, and we don't know. Some people there's been some rumblings. Yeah, I forgot who it was the other day. Was it Abel Sanchez? Someone was saying that. Yeah, we don't know about Ruiz. I've been hearing that Ruiz ain't been training, Ruiz ain't been doing this, Ruiz ain't been doing that. But I'm not going to put any weight into that stuff. But all we know is it's not out of Ruiz's own mouth. He ain't lost no weight, so that's good for us. But anyway, back to the point of this video. So we've cleared up all that goofy stuff about the weight. I'd like to see AJ in lighter. However, it'll be what it'll be now. I'll trust his team for this one. This one's. I've told you before. This one is it now. We know this is going to be. Is AJ and his team all-time great level? If he goes in there and he destroys Ruiz, that proves to me, I don't want to hear nothing about nothing else. Oh, Ruiz was no good. Listen, Ruiz, despite how he gets knocked out on December 7th, will beat Wilder and will beat Fury. Yeah? Fury ain't even in top 10, to be honest. I'd take Dubois over Fury right now. No joke. I'd take Dubois over Fury. I'd take Joe Joyce over Fury. I'd take... Pick someone. Anyone. Maybe not Povetkin. I just don't think he's got that youthfulness about him. But quite a few people I'd pick over. Dillian White over Fury. Anyone who's young and about it. I can, even though Joe Joyce is old, but he's got the engine. Look at Otto Wallin. But imagine what Joe Joyce would have done to Fury on that night. Bust him all up, all around the place. His legs are shot. Anyway, back to this. So, as I was saying on AJ's point of view, AJ, the next thing is, from these pictures, I'm not been interested in the whole losing weight business. I'm not sure. And all the stuff we've heard, it's confusing. So I've not really. The main reason I wasn't even planning on doing this video, but the main reason I am doing it is from what I've seen on the picture on your screen now. AJ's legs. Now people LDBC say, "Oh man, UK fans they like AJ's legs. They homo. Oh yeah, man. Oh, AJ, hey, AJ, they say all these goofy things about how AJ's fans. Listen, I don't know about that. All I know is, this is this is what you call elite genetics. Look at Deontay Wilder's skinny little legs. Look at his brother. That's the reason his brother can't hold a hook. What we do know is, when AJ got hit by one of the best hookers in the last 10 years, tell me someone in the last 10 years, or even 20 years, yeah, well, maybe not 20 years, but in the last 10 years, tell me someone who hooks like Ruiz. Show me someone who turns their hooks over like Andy Ruiz does. Name one. Seriously, who? Name me. Klitschko don't. I can't name anyone. In the last 10 years, or in fact, take Mike Tyson out, even the last 20 years. I can't think of anyone who turns their hooks over and also has the combination with it. I can't name anyone. So with that in mind, AJ was in there on his worst night. Yeah? On his worst night in there with a man who has pound for pound hooking ability, pound for pound speed ability, pound for pound combination punching ability. That's in my opinion. Because even at the lower weights, who do you know throws six hooks? Who? Never mind 260 pounds like Andy Ruiz. Name me someone in the lower weight divisions who throws 6 or 5 or 6 hooks at once. I can't name anyone. So that's what I'm trying to say. Andy Ruiz has pound for pound speed, pound for pound hooking ability, and pound for pound combination ability. That's the facts of it. Now, with that in mind, combine that, all them pound for pound things I've just reeled off, with AJ on his worst night. What happened? Did AJ's eyes roll in the back of his head? No. Did AJ look ever unconscious? No. Did AJ even look really hurt? No. So I say that to say this. Listen, the reason AJ can be hit by a pound for pound hooker, a pound for pound speeder, a pound for pound combination puncher, and not even be half buzzed, is because of them tree trunk legs. On the other hand, you've got Wilder and his brother and their flawed genetics go in there with a man no one's ever heard of before. Never mind pound for pound stuff. He didn't even throw a combination. AJ's out here absorbing punches from pound for pound heavyweights, and he ain't even getting buzzed. Meanwhile, Wilder and Wilder's lineage and Wilder's genetic lineage is in there with a man no one's ever heard of. The man threw one punch. It was a jab. I thought it was a left hand from Southpaw. It wasn't. He walked it round. If you actually look at the picture, your boy Deontay Wilder's brother got hit with it was like a curving jab. Or I'm not sure what it was. All I know is it was one shot. It wasn't no combination like AJ was absorbing. Yeah? Marcellus Wilder got chipped on the chin and went flat on his back. Flat down. Iced. Completely iced. And that there shows you Wilder and his genetic line have no legs. Meanwhile, the reason AJ can absorb them shots is what you see on your screen. That there is some... Never mind. I don't know about weightlifter. That's some... Pure absorption. That's what we know why and how AJ can get hit with shots like he did against Klitschko, and he's sitting there smiling. Meanwhile, Wilder gets hit with them shots, he's out. Fury gets hit with them shots, he's out. His eyes are rolling in his head, and he's being memed about the Undertaker. Why don't we see no memes of AJ and Undertaker? His chin and his legs too thick, too much absorption. That's the bottom line here, by the way. There's a reason you don't see AJ's eyes rolled up in his head, because the legs are just too much absorption, too much stability. And the other reason I wanted to talk about this is to say this: look at them legs, and it's no shock, by the way, that, and I really hope that AJ's team appreciate this. It's no shock that AJ spent his whole career knocking people out and walking forward, yeah. And I bring that up to say that it's no shock as well that on June 1st. When he got tired, he was running backwards. I'm sorry, these here are explosive, powerful legs. They're not, no word of alarm. People can think you're being a fanboy. I'm being deadly serious. Them legs are not designed to be doing no jumping, bouncing around. You know when you see Ali bouncing around, you see Fury bouncing around. Them legs no, I'm sorry, no word of alarm. I'm not even joking or fanboying. Them legs are not designed to be skipping around. They're just not. Yeah, of course you can do skipping rope and whatnot. I'm just saying, for a 12-round fight, them legs were not designed to be like Ethiopian kind of things. They weren't designed to be Kenyan marathon runners. It's just horses for courses. It's not about, he's not good enough, or it's just horses for courses. Some people are Usain Bolt and Dwayne Chambers, and other people are and Ben Johnson, and other people are Mo Farah. And AJ is the Usain Bolt and Dwayne Johnson. Not Dwayne Johnson. Ben Johnson. The sprinter is what I'm trying to say. AJ's a sprinter, like Mike Tyson. None of them, man, are designed to be doing a lot of aerobic stuff. What Fury and Ali did, Ali had more power and whatnot, but still, what Fury and Ali do is kind of just that they can use their legs. If you look at Ali's legs, to be fair, Fury's are worse, but Ali and Fury legs, their legs are a lot longer. They're longer and thinner. They're more aerobic, yeah? They're not explosive. These legs are explosive. They are not designed. Please do not try and... It's just not how it works, yeah? Try and make Usain Bolt run a 1500 or a marathon. He's going to do awful. And that's what you'll see with AJ. If AJ starts trying to do this goofy running around the ring and goofy trying to be a ballerina, you're going to run out of gas and it's going to look awful, because not only... Being elusive with your feet is all well and good, but you don't score no points doing that. Running around the ring don't score no points. So essentially, you're spending all this energy going backwards, not only is that the wrong strategy for Ruiz anyway, also you're just spending energy and getting nothing, no payback for it. You're spending all this energy running around the ring and you ain't scoring no points. Whereas if you stand, legs are the biggest muscle, so if you stand still and just throw your arms, you'll notice how much easier that is, how much less taxing it is. And also, when you throw your arms, because they're a smaller muscle, you won't be as tired, so you can actually score points from throwing, and you're not as taxed. Whereas on June 1st, he spent most of his energy running backwards and not even scoring nothing. And by the time he got stuck in the third round, I think what happened there as well is AJ got caught cold. Oh, AJ got caught offensively cold, meaning that in that June 1st fight, he spent 3 rounds not doing much, and then all of a sudden he was in the middle of a bit of a tear-up. And because he hadn't really thrown any or warmed up his inside and warmed up his offense, he was just kind of got caught cold, and that's why it looked a lot in that melee in the round 3. It looked very forced. It looked like he was trying to force it, and I think that's because he wasn't warmed up. He hadn't broken his offense in. He just kind of gone from ballerina dancing to Mike Tyson. You can't really do that. You got to build it up. Yeah? You got to, okay, we're going to throw a hook this round, and then we're going to throw a few more. You know what I mean? You got to warm yourself up to it. You can't go from throwing jabs to going toe to toe on someone's chest almost. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just my thoughts anyway. I don't know what plan they've got. All I know is them legs. For me, if there was any question beforehand, them legs, stand still. That all I see when I see these legs, planted. Yeah, planted. That's what they need to be. Tree trunks. And they're there for a reason, to hold you up. Yeah, not to run around the place and go backwards. Anyway, as always, before I go, I gotta say a big shout out to my dog, Lord McCormick, for coming through on the Patreon. And anyone else who wants to support or see more exclusive content, come through patreon.com/theyb. That's what we do. No.